All right, what's up? Welcome everybody to a new special episode of Cadillac on Mars. It's me, everyone's homie Chaufie. I'm on a quest here. I'm on a quest to be number one official Bruiser West out here, represented on the West Coast. Also, just trying to be the official, unofficial podcast for the whole Bruiser Brigade. I'm just trying to collect everybody. I've had Bruiser Wolf, I've had Rafi, I've had Skywalker. Now I got J.U.S joining me this evening. We're going to take some time to talk about the new album, just kind of how things are coming along, man. So J.U.S, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Yeah.
Hey, what's up? Damn, you got homies in the background too? Shit.
You spoke them up.
Yeah, man. How you been? How things going? How did your 2021 was amazing, man. 2 albums?
Shit. Yeah. God Goku Jay-Z, Go For Me Corvette, I had to come back one more time. I had to hit him one more time.
Yeah, for real. It's just like that shit blew my mind because God Goku Jay-Z, like that was like an amazing album to kind of like kick things off. Like I really enjoyed like the feel of it, like just lyricism was on point. And then when we wrap up the year and then it's like Go Fund Me Corvette, and I was like, what the fuck? Like I was like, wait, did that come out this year? Like I was like, did God Goku Jay-Z come out this year or was that like last year? Because I was like, nobody drops 2 albums in a year, man. What are you doing? And then what? Go Fund Me Corvette was like what, 16 tracks?
Yeah.
You're wilding.
Plus, it's an extra little track on there. I don't know if people done got to it yet. It's Have to Take Care of Me. If you keep listening, it's another bonus song on there.
Yeah. I want to start off with some things first. J.U.S. What's it stand for?
It just stands. It really don't stand for nothing. Really, my name is Justin. So you know what I'm saying. It was just like back when I first started rapping, like in middle school. You know what I mean? It was like, yo, what your rap name gonna be? And DMX was high. I'm like, I'm gonna be J.U.S. And it just kind of stuck with me. You know what I mean?
No, but it works though. Like I really like it. Just because it does keep the listener thinking like, what's going on here. I will say that I am a fan of it being like really not focused on like a specific acronym because then you could flip that shit into a lot of things.
Yeah, like back in the day, like I used to try to make an acronym for it. Like I would say it was just unique shit, but like it's just it ain't no acronym. People know what it is. I've been J.U.S since a kid, so they just know.
Yeah. Now, how did you know this was going to be your path? Like, I'm going to start rapping. I'm going to start being about this.
I did. As far like when I was a kid, you know what I mean? I was rapping and stuff like that, and then like I quit for a lot of years, and then I got more focused on like engineering, making beats, you know what I'm saying, the production side of the music. So, I was satisfied with that for a long time. And then the pandemic happened, and then we was just stuck in the studio for a long time. So I'm like, shit, let me work on a couple raps. I always write raps though, like even when I wasn't rapping, I'd be writing little raps. You know what I'm saying, but I never really recorded them.
Yeah, and I think it's always good to have one to not be in one lane, so hearing that you were like on the back end too, doing that like engineering piece or like getting to understand the mechanics. I think it's always helpful to understand like what goes in it and how to build it, and so then building the lyrics too. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think that's true. Like I say, like I wasn't never like away from the music. I was just not rapping. You know what I'm saying? I was always in the sessions, always in the, making albums with Danny and whoever else was with Bruiser Brigade. I always been involved in all the albums, but I just never rapped.
Yeah. Now, how did you start building a relationship with Bruiser Brigade?
Shit, back in the day, like I don't know what year this was, like 2010, 2000, something like 2009 or 2010. My friend Chips, he brought Danny to the studio, and him and Danny used to be in a rap group. They was called the Reservoir Dogs. That's what Bruiser Brigade is now, like a evolution of Reservoir Dogs.
Oh, word.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was Chips, Mike Luke, and Danny Brown was Reservoir Dogs. So he had brought him to my studio. And they recorded some joints and shit. And I had heard of Danny Brown because he used to play me his songs. He was kind of already cracking. And I just didn't know what he looked like or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? He brought him to the stool. We kicked it. I'm like, this the dude, you know, whoop, whoop. So we just kind of been friends and shit. And then like when he started more so like taking off for real, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I was like, yo, you know, let me know if you need an engineer, you know, I want to be involved in shit, you know. So that's how that happened.
Man, that's pretty awesome. So you, in a sense, you've really been down since day one, like since the birth.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, they like I say, a lot of the homies been kicking it a long time before I met them, but you know what I mean? I've been down since at least like, you know, 2011, 2010, 2011.
Yeah. And that's really cool because that's like to see now too. One, this is a lot of times like most successes, people think you just pop them right now and it's brand new, like you guys just met last week type of shit. But it's like a lot of stuff is a slow burn. Like you got to put the
Yeah,
effort, you got to put the time, you got to build it. It's like making a good meal, you know? Like
yeah.
you go McDonald's, you get something real quick, you'll be hungry in 5 minutes. But like when you really take the time to like let it
Cook it
simmer,
up.
add the
Yeah,
pieces in, you know, then
yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
damn,
That's a roast. It's a roast.
everyone's feeling good.
You ain't getting the roast from the drive-through line. It's going, you know.
Exactly.
But yeah, like, you know, Bruiser Brigade, you know, we've been doing this shit. We've been Bruiser Brigade, like I say, 10 years, but it's just like now it's like we got who we need. You know what I mean? We was just because Danny, you know what I mean? Danny Brown, but we always had Bruiser Brigade. So now we want to just like show people like, yo, this what Bruiser Brigade is about type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because I really feel like, and I know this comparison gets tossed around a lot in terms of like crews and that are diverse, but it's like I really do think in a sense, like I compare you guys in my mind to like a modern Wu-Tang, but in the
Yeah.
sense, not in lyricism, but in the diversity, you know, because it's like
I think that's a good analogy though, because that's how the group set up. Like, because we not like a group, it's a crew. Like we like a crew, we a gang. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
We, you know, the Bruiser Brigade. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's just Danny Brown's crew. You know what I'm saying? But it's like as far as like we're gonna put out shit as a group. You know what I mean? We all like a solo act. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
so that's
But then we get on tracks together. We the Bruiser Brigade. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it's like you guys are strong individually, and then like together it's a different level, and it's
Yeah.
not like
Yeah.
one outshines the other because you all are so like diverse. I mean, tossing like Zaloopers into the
Yeah.
mix,
Yeah.
that dude's an enigma to me because it's like he raps in like different vocal tones, different structures, then he's
Yeah.
over here painting, and it's like it's all over the place. So
He and G is like it's like he's. I feel like a lot of times like his brain like he thinking like 20 steps ahead of what he could say. You know
mhm.
what I'm saying? But he about to hit you with all of it, and then he like, well, that's up to you to decipher it. I just gave you the. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And then you get like, you know, you get Bruiser Wolf in the mix, you get Ahmad the
Yeah,
God. Like you guys have all these different styles, but like I said, they're all interchangeable. Like
and the
you
crazy
all can
part
hop
about
on
it is
each other's
like,
tracks and still be
yeah,
hot.
yeah, we just homeboys though. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
Yeah.
everybody just a lot. We just like we're a crew of individuals. You know what I'm saying? So when we link up, that's when this. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
when that's when they get crazy.
And it comes through. It really comes through into like, yeah, these guys are having a good time. Like it doesn't ever feel to me, because you know, I'm out here. And for anyone listening right now, go to Bandcamp, buy the albums, contribute to the Bruiser Brigade because they
Yes,
are
sir.
putting out quality albums. Like, and these aren't albums that feel like, yeah, this shit was hot for just the summer of 2021. Nah,
Yeah,
it'll still knock in your trunk winter,
yeah.
summer, spring, and fall, and 5 years from now and beyond.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that though, because that's what it is though. We making some shit though. Like that's what I'm saying. Like we don't got it ain't really no label. We just releasing it just like all on our own. Danny Brown paid for this nice studio for us. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you know the way we in here making the most of it. You know we really dropping some shit. So like I say, check it out. We ain't pushing it down y'all throats. There's no machine behind this. It's just like yo, this is what we doing. You
Yeah.
know, hopefully y'all enjoy it, and you know we'll get it cracking.
And then I think that's what I think I really get out of it too. Like the enjoyment for me as like a listener is that I feel like I mean, I want to keep it centric to you, but for the whole crew, I always feel like the from the music to the lyrics, it's all authentic. You know, it's not like, hey, I'm just trying to do another Drake clone, or I'm trying to make a Kanye beat, you know?
Yeah. I get like, but I thank you for understanding that though, because that's what actually we trying to do is just like we want to do, you know, musically we listen to a lot of shit, a lot of our taste in music, but especially between all of us, it's eclectic. Like some people like this, some people like that, and like we just doing what we could do. We trying to number one is originality. Like we trying to be number one. We ain't fucking with it if it ain't original. So you know what I mean? I'm trying to do what I'm doing. Fat Ray gonna do what he do, Wolf do what he do, but it's like the reason we like gravitate and like we appreciate each other is because it's really different than what the next man is doing. You know what I'm saying? And even in the industry, like we're not trying to, you know, ride no waves and shit. We is the wave. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And I think that's the perfect point right there, is that you guys are the wave and not trying to be a wave for someone else's stuff when you're your own wave. You know what I mean? And if anything right now, it's a tidal wave. And if you ain't looking, you're about to get washed.
That's what we hoping, man. We just gonna keep releasing music, you know what I mean, and just hopefully by the time you catch up, that'll just be, you know what I mean, the library will be up. So that's just shit for you to go listen to. You know what I mean? Like damn, they've been doing it, they've been killing it. You know what I mean?
Because I think when I had Rafi on, maybe like it was like a month before was it TV 62 came out.
Okay.
And so he was like, yeah, we got this coming through, whatever. And when it dropped, I was like, okay, this is probably the culminating album. We're not going to hear things for a couple months. And then you guys don't stop. It's just like track after track. And then it's like you guys start linking up with like Alchemist. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this is amazing, you know? So it's like you guys haven't quit, but you also haven't slipped. You know, it's just like I said, it's quality.
It's only gonna, I'm probably biased, but it's only going to get better. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we more tapped in, and then just like, you know, shit, when people say good things about you, when people, you know, write good things about you, when people tweet you and people, you know what I'm saying, that hype you up. They're like, all right, let's go. You think that was sweet? All right, let me show you some more. You know what I mean? So like, that's the attitude most of the motherfuckers got around here. You know what I mean? Everybody got the clip loaded. Like we in a constant state of recording. Like we be all in the studio every day.
You got the lab. You're in it right now. Let's start concocting. Let's start doing some experiments.
We down there fighting to get in here. Like, you know, Wolf being here, Ray be coming through. I be coming through. You know what I'm saying? We be like, we be clawing and scratching to get up here in the top.
See, but that's a beautiful thing, because then that means you got the energy, you got the hunger. Like let's keep making it. Let's keep working. Like let's keep cooking over here. And I can't wait to see what's gonna come next.
We grown, man. We treat you know, this ain't no hobby. Like we treat it like a job. You know what I'm saying? We like you know, regardless of who get paid what or whatever much money coming in, we when it come to making these albums and, you know, rapping and staying sharp, we treat it like a job.
Yeah. And I think that comes with like maturity too. Cause like you said, you're all grown men over here, and it's a different gig. Cause it's like, I mean, just to kind of like bring it like on my end, you know, my son's 13, you know? And so he's been keeping a journal for a while and whatnot. And so, you know, we go for walks and stuff like that. And he's like, I think I want to start rapping. And I was like, number one, I told him, I was like, you're whack. So just, you know, I got to keep him in check.
Yeah. Keep you humble.
So then, but I was just like, hey, if you're going to be comfortable doing this, like, you got to do this. Like, you got to be serious about it. Like, you got to know some things. You can't just be spitting these whack bars out. Like, really think about it. I was like, you got to get your name out there. You got to let people like know who you are. You got to put effort. It isn't just like, I'm going to go find some, you know, where it's like, I'm going to Skywalker type beats, you know, it's just I'm like,
you know, they say, you know, I had somebody tell me, it was like, you know, poetry is a young man's game. So it's like when you come into your own, you start getting grown, you know, you feel like you know something, you're gonna start spitting your poetry, you know, but just some people gonna have a knack for it, you know what I mean? And so like you got, once you express it and put your poetry in motion, man, you know, if you got it, you got it. If you don't, you know, it'll come to you.
But even the flip side to that too is like, if saying that poetry is a young man's game, then when you're seasoned, you're now like spitting knowledge. You know, it's just two sides of the same coin. You know what I mean? Because one's a dream and one's like, I hear you, but here's some facts behind it.
Yeah, man. I try to drop some gems here and there, but I try not to be just kicking knowledge and shit. You know what I'm saying? Even me as a grown man who's been around the world, I still try to just like, let me not be preachy and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let me just put the words together beautifully, and hopefully people will just get it. You know what I mean?
And let's kind of slide into these albums, because like kind of jumping off what you're saying right now too, when I listen to your albums, and I genuinely listen, like first go through is, does this shit bump? Like, can I nod my head? Also, like,
That's
I know the album Go Fund Me Go Corvette, I'm out here Chevy life. I got a 68 Chevelle, so I'm cruising, and I'm like, can I cruise to this in the car?
Yeah.
Because if I'm not, it's a vibe when you're in an old muscle car,
yeah. No. See, you know what I'm saying? I hope I look, me, you, and the other grown folk hip hop heads, I hope y'all could get in the car and just bang it, man. Turn it on and let it go. You know what I mean? Because I'm from that era where I want to make an album to where you can just put it on and let it ride. You know what I mean? But
from beginning to end, not three tracks, top to bottom.
That's my aim. So whether I hit the mark or not, you know what I mean. But I'm aiming for that. Like, just turn it on and let it ride.
Yeah, and so like that's my first run through. Like, can I cruise to it? And then after that is when I start really sinking in, start like listening to like the beats, the samples, and the lyrics, and like what is it here? And on both albums, the impression I get, the feel I get is like, here's the mind movie I make, is that you and I are chilling, backyard drinking, and you're like, hey, listen to this shit. Like, it's these little vignettes, it's these little stories, but it comes off in a way like, I don't feel like your albums are braggadocious. Like, like Go Fund Me Corvette, your first line on there is like, humble with my hat in hand. And it's like, it's that theme goes through the whole album. But it's like, not only are you being humble, but it's like, I get the feeling that the tone of the album is like, you are hustling in a realistic fashion. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm just trying to pay my bills. I'm just trying to have some money. I'm also gonna have a good time. You
got it. You got it right there. That's what it is, dog. I came humble with my hand in. I'm asking people to give me a Corvette, man. Like, you feel me? Like, look, man. Listen, man. I don't want much out the rap game. You know what I mean? Whatever it blessed me with is what it blessed me with. I'm not out here, expecting millions of dollars in Rolls Royces and
because you're not talking about having the private jets and just dipping in ice.
I'm straight on all of that, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Danny Brown too famous for me. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we can't go to Walmart. We can't go to, you know what I'm saying? We can't shop. Like,
you're just like, man, I'm just trying to get like a 2-piece right now. This is too much.
We go out to lunch, people running up on us at the table, like, man, we just try to eat Chick-fil-A, bro. Like,
right, exactly.
Like, that's damn near too famous for me. But the way I'm approaching it is, you know what I'm saying? I think, I'm not coming in this shit thinking I'm half-assed. Like, you know what I mean? I'm coming in this shit like, yo, listen to this. If you could like this, I got more where that's coming from type shit. And whatever come with the game, if the Lord blessed me with millions, then he blessed me with millions. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, you're not saying no.
Yeah. Right. I'm not turning down no endorsements, no, none of that.
Right.
I just want to take my lady on a date, the floods and a nice Corvette with the top down. I'm good.
See, that's the perfect setting right there. It's like, because it's like, and I think that's what I find in both albums too, is the sort of moments, like I'm old as shit, man. I'm 46 out here. You know what I mean? Like, but it's like, it's finding the sweet spots in the middle. Like a good sunny day, that shit's fantastic. A great rack of ribs, I'm in bliss.
Yeah. Real. It's like the small things in life that make you happy type shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got to see the heights of the rap game with Danny. I've been on tour with him, and we went out blowing money together and all that type of shit. I seen that part, but he was about to move to Texas and shit. So and shit, he was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? J.U.S, you know what I'm saying? Get you some right quick. Like, for real, he like, man, go ahead, man, go get you some, because we done had conversations over the years. He maybe encouraged it to me or mentioned it to me, and I just was like, I don't,
Yeah.
you know. But he was like, you know, but then, you know, now that I am rapping, I feel like it's like almost like damn near like a therapy session to me, like or something. It probably was something in my life that I was missing, you know.
Mhm.
Like I didn't know that I needed it, you know what I mean? But now that I'm rapping, it's like I be feeling fulfilled and shit.
Yeah.
Like damn, like you know what I mean? It'd be just a little shit, like, you know what I mean?
And that shit's huge because it's like, and I can see it though. Like it comes out in the crew, it comes out in the music, it comes out just in this conversation. Like when you find the thing that is fulfilling, like ain't nothing top it. That could be your
Yeah,
job or that could
yeah,
be your hobby, or but what it is, it's that thing that brings you some joy. That's like, I mean, because that's sort of like my adventure right now is like I said, I'm out here. I'm old. But I've done work, and
yeah.
now I want to reap some rewards from that. So like recently,
That's natural.
I found I was like, you know what? I think I want to go to DJ school. So it's like I enrolled into like the Beat Junkies. So it's like this
Yeah,
past Saturday, I was out here learning how to scratch, learning how to function like turntables properly, and I
yeah,
came out of that bitch hyped. I
yeah,
was like, sign me up for 10 more. I'm fucking
yeah.
doing this.
But man, I feel like that'll keep your youth, man, a lifelong, a life of learning. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Mhm.
you know, just learning, man. A life of learning, man. It's gonna keep your youth. I'm learning.
Yeah.
I'm doing something that I wasn't doing for a long time, and I'm learning. You know what I'm saying?
And it's
So
like
I
how people
love
say,
it though.
and it's like how people say, you know, you got to be a shark, you got to keep moving. So once you
Mhm.
stop moving, you're going to die. And it's
Yeah,
like, I've never been that person that's like, the 90s were the best, my high school years. It's
yeah.
like, nah, man, if you
I
stopped at
enjoy
the
it all.
90s, you missed a lot of shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. Some people glory days was high school and shit like that. But
yeah,
like I'm shit. I done glory days is I hope I ain't even had my best
yeah.
ones yet.
They're
Shit.
they're they're in front and behind me. It's it's
Mhm.
it's one big
Yeah,
continuum.
exactly. Yeah.
Because it's like I like still like I'm out here still buying the music, still searching the blog, still trying to find what's good to
I
me.
need it. You know what I'm saying? Music to
Yeah,
me, I need it. Like it's like a drug. It's just like my coffee and cigarettes and whatever else. I need the new music, you know what I'm saying, to enjoy myself. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
I ain't truthfully enjoying myself if I ain't got the new music.
Yeah,
I
because
don't
it's invigorating because it's like when you hear a new rap style or you hear a different type of beat, it's like, oh shit. Just when I thought there couldn't be more, this will
yeah,
come up with something else, you know? It's like
yeah, I like
when Bruiser Wolf came through the door, I was like, what the fuck?
say
It's
you said the same shit I said when I first heard because I'm like, man, what the fuck?
yeah, but it hit, you know? So it's just
I,
it's awesome, man. It's like it's so good to have that.
when I first met Cuz shit, I was like, man, who the fuck is this dude and shit? I'm like, you know, we all dress like hipsters and shit. You know what I'm saying? So who if he had on like some Adidas and a Pistons coat and the dial? I'm
Right.
like, man, who the fuck is this guy? And then man,
No, he definitely has like uncle vibes.
yeah. No, I swear, I'm like, man, where y'all fire him at, dog? You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, man, what you got to say?
He pushes you all away from the grill.
I'm
You
like,
ain't
man,
this.
yeah. I'm like, let me see what's going on. I'm listening to shit, man. It only took 5 seconds. I'm like, ooh, that's cool right there. I'm like, we
Yeah.
can work with that.
Yeah.
We can work with that, dog.
And then again, to bring it all around, but that's all you guys, though. Each
Yeah.
one of you has your voice, has your style. Now, let's go back to, I want to talk about these titles.
Yeah.
God, Goku, Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Like, that album title is fucking sick. Like, it's so good. But where did it come from?
My god brother came up with that. He man, we was just getting drunk one night and we was just having a good time and we were smoking weed. It's one of them weed moments. He was like, man, you my fourth favorite person in the whole world. And I'm like, what? And my other cousin was sitting there. He like, what? He like, yeah, because you number 4 because first is God. You got to keep God first. And then it's Goku, and then it's Jay-Z, and then it's you, J.U.S., my god brother. And then like everybody just bust out laughing. It was a good time, but he was drunk and he was just looking at me so serious, like
Yeah. He's like, I'm not playing right now.
Yeah, he threw up the 4. He like, I'm like, damn. Like, man, dog, so you know, so when I woke up the next day in the hangover, I'm like, God, Goku, Jay-Z. And I'm
Yeah.
like, this just shit sounds so good together. God, Goku, Jay-Z. And them three of the, hey, them my three favorite people. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
that's where I was like,
like,
so I'm glad I wasn't like far off in a sense, because I was like, oh, this is like a holy trinity right here. Because like to some people, God is their God. To some people, Goku is their God. They went for Goku. And then in like the rap world,
Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying?
The God. Like,
listen, man. Like, there's no correlation between those three. Don't try to work your brain too hard.
It makes no sense, but it makes all sense.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, because you know what I'm saying. It's just like shit. Hey, who got the most influence on me? Period. God, Goku, and Jay-Z, man. Nobody got influenced me more. So I'm like, he ain't wrong for saying that. But this is my god brother. My god brother is also my cousin. That's the fucked up part about it. Like, he my cousin first. He like my second cousin. But my mom made him, his dad, my godfather. So he, you know, that's my god brother.
Yeah.
And shit, that's how God Goku Jay-Z came about.
Yeah, and then you tie in the album artwork. And the Loopers killed it because they complement each other. The album and the album artwork and the title, like, man, you would have thought it was like all one concept.
See, everybody else, that's an interesting thing. Like, everybody else album is a painting. You know what I'm saying? Well, I came to the studio one day, and I had just like walked down the stairs, and I just looked, and he was drawing this shit on like a little notepad. You know what I'm saying? With these markers. And I'm like, damn, what the fuck? I'm like, that shit cold. I'm like, dog, let me use that for my album cover. He like, man, my man in Cali want this. Babylon wanted to use it for a t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? And
I didn't know Babylon used it.
No, they didn't.
They didn't.
You know what I'm saying? He said G had asked him like, yo, can I use this? And he was like, yo, he told G, I guess no, or let me think about it or something. So when I seen it, he was like, I'm like, Z, I'm like, this shit fit my album cover, my album perfectly. He like, what's the name of your album? I'm like, God, Goku, Jay-Z. And he was like, man, I don't know. And then I walked out because I know he wanted to get his bread. You know what I'm saying? That's probably gonna pay. You know what I'm saying? Use shit. And then I seen him like a day or two later. He was like, yeah. He said, you say your name, your album is called God, Goku, Jay-Z. And I'm like, yep. And he like, yeah, okay, you could use that. You could use it for your album artwork. I'm like, hell yeah, thank you, dog.
Yeah, and they fit so well together. Now I do notice some sort of vibe, maybe headspace differences between the God Goku Jay-Z album and GoFundMe Corvette. Like, what were the differences in creating both of those albums?
Well, I mean, since I started rapping, I've been in just like this constant state of recording. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I'm at with it now. So it was like God Goku Jay-Z. I told the story like Bob Black Noise. He put out Oblivion, and we had the Oblivion album release party at the studio, and so we was all, you know, listening to the album and shit. And I'm over in the corner. And I'm like, damn, I want to rap. So I tapped Bob. I'm like, yo, I'm about to rap tonight. You know what I mean? He like, you for real? I'm like, yeah, dog, I'm gonna rap. He like, all right. And he went right upstairs and turned the computer on. Now he could, like I said, he could have laughed me off because I had never, he never heard
like, man, you fucking with me, whatever.
Yeah, you drunk. You like, you drunk, like type shit. But he played me like I was drunk. He was just like, yo, he went upstairs, turned that shit on. He was like, he put on a couple beats. He put on I forgot the name of the song. No, I mean, I forgot the name of the song, but sound like my shoes milling. I left the shoes in my Nike Airs.
And I'm bad with titles because I just listened through.
Yeah, he put that on, and man, the rest is history. So I did about 5 or 6 songs that night. One night. Yep, because you know I always write. I got the bars in my phone. So I just kind of put them together, and it was other people in the studio helping me. B-Mo was in there helping me, and somebody else was in there helping me, you know, just kind of like give me some ideas back and forth. You know what I'm saying? And then we made about 5 songs that night. Most of them made it out. All the Black Noise produced tracks was did that one night.
Damn. And that's so ill because it's like, that just means the energy was right. Like he said, it could have just been like, fool, you're drunk.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you know
yeah,
what?
type shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just gonna give you another.
Black Noise is a busy man. Like, you know what I'm saying? He could have like, nah, you know, I could have took offense to that or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I could, if he would have just said, nah, man, we might not be talking today.
Yeah. But then to be like, all right, fuck it, let's do it, you know, and then to be like, but it's like I said, when the vibe is right, it's like, let's make it happen.
Yeah,
like,
I'm telling you that's what they say. Like, your life could change in an instant or a moment. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
with a yes or a no, flips everything.
I'm already Bruiser Brigade. It ain't like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not hanging with y'all, or I'm not, you know, a part of the. You know,
it's not me coming into the room going like, "Hey guys."
yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but it almost though. You know what I'm saying? Because people don't look at me like that. They kind of more serious. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? They ain't looking like, oh, what the fuck you finna say, J.U.S? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But no, Bob took me serious that night, and then I had the songs for a couple days, and Brown was coming back and forth to the studio, and everybody kept asking me like, "Did you play it for Danny? Did you play it for Danny?" And I'm like, "No, not yet." They like, play it for him. I'm like, man, all right. So one day we was in here getting drunk and shit. I'm like, let me play some shit, and he was like, "Oh, that shit."
Yeah, you know, and I got to say, I did get the opportunity just a couple months back to meet Danny Brown when he did that live video game Twitch stream out in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And it was a trip because he came up to me. I was wearing the Bruiser Wolf shirt.
Yeah.
And so then he was like, "Oh, we got to take a picture."
Yeah.
And then I was like, because I'm always like weirded out about, like, especially like being out in California and seeing celebrities. It's like, I really try to respect space. Like, I'm not going to be up in your business. I'll dap you up. Hey, what's up, man? Thank you for your music, whatever. Keep it moving, you know? But when he was like engaging conversation, I was like, damn, this dude is really easy to talk to, but also a 1000% weirdo.
Yeah, you mean he an individual, he just himself, you know what I'm saying? But he cool. Like I said, he got a good heart. He cool. You know what I'm saying? He know if he saw you with the Bruiser Brigade shirt, he like, oh, you hip. You know what I'm saying? So he wanted that.
He was like, yeah, we gotta take a picture. I was like, oh shit, what? Okay, made my day. Now going to the latest album, Go Fund Me Corvette. The album title is brilliant. And then especially the sort of campaign you have with it too. Like at first I was like, is this motherfucker really trying to get a Corvette?
Yeah, no.
And then when I looked at it, I was like, oh shit, he is. Like, and then I was like, this is brilliant, because it's like either way you win. Yeah. If you get people to contribute and you come up on a Corvette. Yeah. And if you get people to listen, you grow your fat. Either way, it's a success. Yeah. No matter which way you slice it.
We trying to get out here, dog. Like, man, it's the like I said, you're the first person I'm about to tell this to, the outside of the homies, but the homies know. It's like when I came up with Gago Jay-Z, I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always be saying how people first couple albums be the best albums and shit. I'm like, man, I'm about to do the G series. So, you know what I'm saying? It's a G series, it's a trilogy.
Oh shit. Okay. So we know what's coming up. We can get another one.
You want more? It's one
which
more
also
G.
says to me, you got something baking in the oven right now.
Always, man. I'm like, now that I'm started, I can't stop. You know what I mean?
Man, that's so awesome. I mean, that's like when I hit you up too with that Bruisers in the Door. I was like, I need this. Like I need this track. I told you, it don't bump the same when you're streaming YouTube through your phone, through your car. Nah, I need it.
No, Alchemist gonna take care of that, man. That's his beat. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? You don't be surprised. You know what I'm saying? You go tap it in or something.
Hey, you know I'm Googling. I'm out here. Now, how did you? This is the other one too. Like I said, I'm out here in California. I know how strict Disneyland is, and just like, how do you pull off filming a video in Disneyland?
Shout out Jonathan Glow. Jonathan Glow is one of Black Noise friends. That I was out in LA. Me and Black Noise was at a club. We I don't know, man. We was just dangling around LA, and we ended up in a club. And I'm telling Black Noise, like, yo, man, you know, I got to get this video out. Told me to shoot a video. We put the video out. I'm like, who the fuck gonna shoot this video? I need to get it out. I need to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And my man is sitting next to us the whole time. He not saying nothing. We just having drinks and chilling and shit. And then like 3 a.m, he like tapped me. You know, he like, I'm a video director, man. He's like, I've been hearing you out all night. I'm gonna help you out. I'm like,
so in his mind, you got the gears going. He's like, all right,
yeah. Like,
do something.
he heard me just complaining. I'm asking anybody who I knew who was, I'd be like, you know what, a video director, you know? I'm asking Earl, like, who you know? Like, who like, I'm just asking everybody, but he was sitting next to us the whole time, never said nothing. Nobody else said nothing. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, yo, I'm gonna help you out. And he just started name dropping, like, yo, I'm fucking with Harrison Ford. I'm finna, you know, I don't know. And then he did it, dog. We went out to Disneyland. We drove about an hour outside of LA.
Yeah.
And, man, I couldn't believe it, dog. I'm like, okay, it was like surreal. Like I was high. And I was like, this is surreal. Like, I can't believe this happening right now. I'm making a rap video in Disneyland.
Yeah, because
I'm the first. They say I'm the first. I'm the first rapper to ever do a video in Disneyland.
Now, was it, and you can avoid it if it's going to cause any trouble? Was it like you guys did it like low key, no one knows, or you guys permits and all?
I mean, the director is plugged. So a few times people came up to us like, yo, what the fuck is y'all doing and shit? And he just started name dropping, motherfucker Sarah, call Harrison Ford. Like, and they kind of backed off of me. Like, you know what I mean? He was the man. He was, you know.
See, that's more wild too. Cause one, the feel of it does feel very raw. Like it feels like, hey, okay, here's the scene. We're just gonna do it right, like real quick. It's kind of like when we're snapping pics on the parades and stuff like that. It's just like, boom.
It was like that, but that was just out of like us being high and crazy. You know what I'm saying? We just all high and crazy. So it was like that in a sense, but like he was telling people to stop. Like he was moving shit around. He was, you know what I'm saying? He was acting like a boss in there. But I feel like, you know, he was just doing this. He was doing his thing. Yeah.
Because I was going to say too, is that knowing I've had the opportunity to be a part of like three music videos. And them shits take all day to record. Like to know that like that one angle.
We was out there all day, dog. We was out there all day.
That's what I'm saying. It's not as quick. Like the video maybe 2.5 minutes, but it's like, no, it's recorded in this angle, recorded in that angle, recorded like
you peep the video, dog. I changed clothes about 3-4 times.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Like we was out there from the time it opened to the time it closed. You know what I'm saying? It got dark, we couldn't shoot no more. And he wanted to get it over and over and get this part. And he like, no, I put this clothes on. This color worked better against this background. And you can see in the video, I done changed clothes about 2-3 times in the video.
Yeah, well, because that's what I was asked too, is if it was, because I did notice that. So I wondered if it was over multiple days.
No, it was like an all day thing, but like but like, you know, he was real adamant. Like he wanted like this cut, like if the color, he just matched the color so good. That's what I think. That's the good part of the video. Like when he had me wearing this, I'm on that. And he had me in this clothes, I'm in that clothes. Like he just he was insisting on that. And when I saw the video, I'm like, okay, I see what you was going for.
And you guys tripped me up too, because so when the video starts, like as it's going through, I was like, what kind of Detroit ass carnival is this? You know, like, you know, I'm over here, I'm judging, you know? And then when I was like, that looks like California Disney.
Man, that's
Disney. I see the characters go through. See, because, okay, so
I don't know if it's Disney World or Disneyland. I don't know which one, but it's the one in California.
Yeah, Disneyland's out here. So I'm in Long Beach, and Disneyland's only like, it's actually a straight line from my house. It's like 20 minutes.
I feel like it's in Anaheim.
It's in Anaheim. Yeah. So it's like super, super close. But so once I started seeing, like, I mean, like I said, as a California person, multiple times we've had like the season passes, we go all the time. And so once it started getting familiar, I was like, did these motherfuckers record at Disneyland? And then that's where I was like, okay, I know a video takes a long time to record. How did they pull this? Like my brain started going because I was like, this is not an easy feat to record in Disneyland. Just as a regular patron, they're like, take your picture and move.
That's what I'm telling y'all, man. Bruiser's in the dough, man. We got a video at Disneyland with the beat by Alchemist, dog. Come on, man. We in the dough, man.
Yeah, I was like that.
Man.
That's a huge get. Now, how did you link up with Alchemist?
Shit, he linked up with me. Shit, well, you know, we been known. I mean, not to say we, but Bruiser Brigade, Danny Brown. You know what I'm saying? Alchemist done been to Detroit a couple of times, hanged out with shit, and so he didn't know I was rapping or nothing, and then I feel like he heard my songs, like he heard God Goku Jay-Z. And then I was in LA for a party. I went to my homeboy party, and he was like, he hit up Danny, like, yo, J.U.S out here. And he was like, yeah, he's like, tell him come through. I'm like, what?
Shit, what? Tell me where.
I'm like, yo, he said he want me and you to come through. Like, you about to come? He like, no, just you.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
not one of those like, hey, yeah, you come through, come with your friend. Yeah, sure. He can kick it too.
Yeah. You want me? I got to bring you. Like, no, he like, no, just you go. He said he just want you. I'm like, all right, bet. I'm on my way. I'll tell you how I went.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's super cool because then it's like, but it's also recognizing those
cool
moments.
He gave me $1,000 on the Corvette.
Shit, word.
Yeah. You go on to GoFundMe. You can see that shit.
Why you try to make me look bad? I only put
no. I mean, he shit.
Just kidding.
He got it. He got it like that. He a boss. He a boss.
Yeah, man. But that's like amazing. I mean, just to hear all the stories and the development and everything, and just like seeing like, how you're progressing through, knowing that there's the third G on the way, like that shit is sick. Like you got me hyped up. What something I wanted to ask you too was like, you got 2 albums in 2021, but we're also going through this pandemic experience, and it's like it's been crushing my soul because, like, I've shared multiple times on the podcast, like I try to go to a concert like once a month. Like that's my like seeing live shows, seeing energy is like
it's an energy to it.
Yeah. And so seeing someone perform and put their heart out and like just being like, one, it's the bravery of being on stage. So with you coming out with these albums, you got great shit behind. How are you working it without being able to tour as much as people do,
Well, for me, it's a little different, but I understand what, some of the homies is going through, you know what I'm saying, with that shit. But, I wasn't never doing shows before, so I don't know that, you know what I'm saying? Since I've been rapping, I done did about 4 shows. Mm-hmm. And like, 2 of them was pretty big. Like I did the L Club with Danny. It was sponsored by Vans and shit. That was about, I don't know, 500 people, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? I see, that was my first real chance to get to see, like, when I used to rap as a teenager, I did some big crowds, but like now, like, the person I am today doing the show, I'm like, okay, I see what it's about. That's like doing drugs. You get that, you know what I'm saying? That's a adrenaline rush you can't pay for. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, shit, I loved that shit. Then I did Bruiser Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? That was shit, 1,000 people plus. You know what I'm saying? And then I loved that. So I'm looking forward to doing more shows, dog. And I feel like, that's what's going on. Like, if it was more shit like big festivals like South by Southwest cracking or different shit like that cracking, like we'll be getting on a lot of this shit. You know what I'm saying? But and then more spot shows and more, we'll be getting more shows if the COVID wasn't going on. But I really don't know the difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess I didn't think about that. Totally makes sense because it's like you can't miss what you didn't have.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure Danny was doing shows. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be a show here, a show there, but it ain't like we on tour like how we was. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm looking forward to this time around, though. Catch me in the city near you. If Danny get out here on the road, I'm pretty sure he gonna let me open up or do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because man, I'm like, dying to see like all you guys come out this way because I know it's gonna be. We're trying
to do a Bruiser Brigade thing, man. The new slogan 2022: book a show. We gonna.
I'm telling you, man. Yeah, I think I was telling. I think it might have been Bruiser Wolf. I was like, hey, I know you guys out in Detroit do the Thanksgiving. You come out to LA, you do Bruiser Spring Break. I'm just saying it makes sense. Sunshine beaches, make it happen.
Listen, man, book a show, man. We there, dog. We gonna be vaccinated. We gonna be there. We ready to roll, dog.
Shit, I'm hyped about it. I support the crew. I think all of you guys you're doing some amazing work. I know you're gonna keep us all on our toes because it's still gonna continue with this clip of work. I can't even imagine what you guys got locked and loaded and ready to drop on us because it just when I think the Bruiser Brigade is gonna slow down, it's like here's some new shit. Here's some more.
We don't have any plans on slowing down. If anything, we're trying to double and triple our output because people's attention spans are so short. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't like we got a lifetime left. You know what I mean? We grown men. You know what I mean? We only got so many more years we could do this. So
right, and especially what we've learned these last couple of years, Get it while you can get it.
Yeah. Just strike while the iron is hot. You know what I'm saying? So just shit, you could expect everybody coming again 2022. We about to just keep rolling.
Now, before we sign off, just one last question. What advice do you have for like up and comers, for people who really are getting serious about jumping in the rap game? What advice would you have for them?
You know, be serious, man. Take it like a job, man. If you know, they say there's a little bullshit in back in the Roman days. Don't try to rise above your station. You know what I'm saying? So whatever, people expect you to just be normal and average. So if you using music, rapping, singing, dancing, whatever your art is that you're using, man, just treat it like the job. You got to be serious when other people is like doubting you. You know what I mean? When other people ain't, you know, your people in your corner, your support system, they don't think you right. If you really believe in yourself and you trying to do this rap shit, man, just treat it like a job, man. Brush them off.
And you got to respect that. That's definitely a truth. Whether it's a rap career, music career, arts, or anything else that you do, like that's the truest advice. You got to do what's for you, because in the end, it's just you. You know,
my mama wanted me to be an engineer, man. I said, all right, I'm gonna be a rap engineer. I'm an engineer.
You see, you didn't say what type.
Right. So it's like shit. You know what I mean? I've been doing the same thing since I was 14 years old. I would start making beats, and I never had no other career. I mean, I had jobs and shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like little jobs, but it wasn't no career. The whole time I always had a studio. You know what I'm saying? I was always in the studio. So just don't think like, oh, he just woke up one day and he know Danny Brown. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm in the game. No, yeah, I'm in the game, but I've been in the game in some way, shape, or form since a kid.
Yeah. And like I said earlier, you know, people should recognize this is a slow burn. This is a lot of work. Like you said,
like in it for the long run, man. It's a lifetime journey, man. I done dedicated a lifetime to do so.
Yeah. So J.U.S, man, thank you so much for joining me this evening. Like I really enjoyed this conversation, man. This is a lot of fun talking to you.
Thank you for having me, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. So
people want to talk to me, man. So,
yeah, for sure. So tell people where they can find your music, where they can find you.
Yo, man, GoFundMe.com/GoFundMe Corvette, man. Donate to the GoFundMe, man. Get a t-shirt. This a hoodie, you get a hoodie. $55 for the hoodie, $28 for the t-shirt, man. Go to now I'm on all streaming platforms, so you can enjoy GoFundMe Corvette and God Goku Jay-Z on Apple, Spotify, Tidal, all streaming platforms. You know what I'm saying? Instagram, YouTube, you name the platform, you can enjoy both my albums, God Goku Jay-Z and GoFundMe Corvette. I'm J_U_S on Instagram. I am J.U.S. _ in between each letter and shit. That's where I'm at with it. But I'm on the internet, man. GoFundMe Corvette. I'm touchable. God Goku Jay-Z, man. Tap in.
Do it. And like I said, and especially pick that shit up on Bandcamp on Fridays. Profits straight to the artist.
Is Bandcamp Friday doing that for 2022 too? Is that extended? Okay.
Last I had heard that it was still going to be extended.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Check me out on Bandcamp, man. Oh shit, man. Tell Bandcamp to write an article about me too, man. Come on now. They tripping. Yeah. I was top sellers two times in 1 year, man. Can I get an article? God damn, Bandcamp.
It better. Come on, stop playing.
Come on now.
Well, for J.U.S, I'm Chaufie. Just want to say again, thank you so much for sitting with me this evening. And we out of here. Peace.
Mama. Mama.
What? Grandma's not here.